Okay, I'm going to get started here. Just trying to see if my computer's cooperating, and it is not, so I'm just going to move right along. Why should it cooperate, right? This is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I do have, besides this YouTube page, I do have a Facebook page that is called Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, and you can see more information there. And if you do not have an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator of your own, I would be more than happy to be yours. You can go to my website, which is right here, stampingroundthediningroomtable.net, and it'll take you to my webpage where you can then see the different items that are available for sale, and you can order through that. If there's anything I can help you with, any questions about any products, if you're interested in joining my team, any of those kinds of things, you can leave a comment here, or you can go to my Facebook page and even private message me there for whatever works for you. Okay. Now, today I'm going to be working with some stamps that are in our mini catalog and in our celebration. We do have about another week and a half of celebration left. In the mini catalog, it's on page 44, and it's the Sweet Strawberry Bundle. It has these stamps, and you get 16 photopolymer stamps for $18, and it also has a coordinating punch, a strawberry punch, and that is $18. But if you get the bundle, it combines them together, and it costs you $32.25, which saves you 10% over the cost of them individually. Okay, right now we have celebration, which goes to the end of this month, and for every $50 you spend, you can get a free item. However, there are two items that you have to spend $100 to get, and one of those is the other stamp set, and the paper I will be using today, Berry Blessings stamp set and Berry Delightful Designer Series paper. If you bought and I'll just show you here. If you bought the Sweet Strawberry Bundle, you'd get, here's the stamp set, here's the punch, okay? Was $32. I just went by it, of course, whatever I said earlier, $32.25. So that's almost a third of the way to $100. So it wouldn't take, you could just add a few other items to get to $100, and because as we know nowadays, $100 does add up quickly. And then you could get this stamp set and the paper, which I'm going to show you in just a moment, free. Okay, so all right, so in the Sweet Strawberry stamp set, it does have two-step stamping for some strawberries, for some leaves, even the little stems for the strawberries, these flowers, and then it has one stamp that has leaves and flowers together. The sayings on this, the sentiments: that was so sweet of you, just for you, happy birthday, you sweet things, hello there, and thank you. The Berry Blessings, this is what part of that free for $100 order. With a $100 order, you get these leaves and these leaves. You get some stems there, which go on these berries, which I kind of I was working so fast and I missed those, so I will go back and use those. And then some blueberries, the outside, the inside, and some raspberries. And the sentiments here are: wishing you the very best, bountiful blessings, and you always have a way of making my day. Okay, so the papers that come with it, you get, there's 24, I believe, in the package, yes, because it's 12 two-sided papers. 12, is that right? 6 two-sided, you get 12. I always get a little mixed up. Anyway, So here's the paper. The first side of this one has the strawberries and leaves. And then this one has some raspberries and leaves. And there's just a bunch of different strawberries, a little bit bigger overall, with some leaves and some flowers. Here's the blueberries with some leaves, some more, kind of an all over with berries. And then here's some more raspberries. Okay, so yeah, so it's 6. You get 12. There's 6 designs, but they're two-sided, so you really get 12 designs, because the back, this is the back here, looks like, like a strawberry up close with the seeds. It's kind of like, I think, like a raspberry up close. Then you've got this kind of this hash mark, anyway, whatever you call this. I really like that. You have this, it's kind of a plaid on the diagonal, and then this green plaid, and then you have the green leaves. Okay, so, and you can mix and match these very easily, especially if you use front and back. Now the colors that they use in this, Blackberry Bliss, Rich Razzleberry, Night of Navy, Pacific Point, Balmy Blue, Flirty Flamingo, Calypso Coral, hold it here, Poppy Parade, Cherry Cobbler, you can hold it there, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, and Daffodil Delight. All these colors are incorporated in those papers I showed you. So you really have a lot of colors that you could choose from when you're making your cards. Okay. Now, I wanted to show you, I was wanting to do something a little different. Okay, now yesterday on my YouTube, I do a YouTube Live every Tuesday at 10:45 in the morning and every Friday at 1:45 in the afternoon. And then I'm here on this YouTube at 7:30 on Wednesdays. This YouTube is not live. The other two are live. And so yesterday I did just some basic cards. Wishing you the very best. Thank you. And bountiful blessings. This one opens this way. This one this way. And this way. Okay. So those are the ones I did yesterday. For today I wanted to kind of try and have some fun folds, and I went on, looked at, sometimes you get some of the best ideas, seeing what other people have done, and then you can make them your own. And that's kind of what I did. I meant to just look up again the names of some of the people I watched, and I can't even tell you right now. But I've done something similar to this, and where you have the card folded over only part way. But in this case, she had suggested this, and I wanted to try it, so that sometimes we want to be able to showcase both sides of the paper. Like in this case, see if I can grab it real quickly here. I used this paper, which this is the back. Okay, so for this, I just used a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's the size, folded size of our regular card. Like this is a regular size card. That's when it's closed. That's the size 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay, but what you did is that you just cut your so this was 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Then I just down 1/8 of an inch on so this was Night of Navy. This is Balmy Blue. And then for the designer series paper, and I just better double check this to make sure I'm telling you the right thing. It was 6 by 5 1/4. Yeah, 5 1/4. And it is scored at 2 inches. And then what I did was I just made with our layering circle dies, which have circles, and they have the Hopefully you can see it here, the scalloped edge. Let me just put this piece of white, see. And then I also did it on the back side. And I just left this blank so that you could write a little message in there. So this just says, bountiful blessings, wishing you the very best. And this is our, it's actually a little different blue, but it worked with it. This is called Seaside Spray, the color of that, but it really kind of picks up the lighter blues in that, okay? So then, there's this one is similar, but it's a little, just changed up just a little bit. In this case, I have my cardstock, this whole length. So that is, just making sure I'm telling you the right thing here, 5 1/2, and then I cut it by 6 1/2, I think it is, 6 1/2, and I scored it at 2 1/4. Okay, and then I just, so then this edge right here, this is 2 1/4, that's 2 1/4, so by 5 1/2, so I cut my designer series paper 2 by 5 1/4. And then I put this other little piece, which is 3 by 4 1/2. And again, just a 1/4 inch smaller with the designer series paper, and I did another circle, and this one I popped the circle up. Okay, this they were flat except for that's the, okay, so just for you. Okay, you always have a way of making my day. Then I decided, well, what if, then if we turn it this way, oh, I gotta trim that down. I just realized I got it straight on this side and it's over this side. That happens sometimes, but that's okay. You can just trim it off like this. There. There we go. And on this, again, it's the same, see, it's the same size as these. It's just I turned it on the side. And I took this strip of designer series paper, just remind myself, 2 1/2 by the 5 1/2. And then I did this square, and then I put some designer series paper here, and I cut out by hand, because you can, somebody was saying that you can, let me just get the paper so I can show you what I'm talking about. Here's some of these, this paper, it does, these will fit in here. Let's try to see if I can get it under there. Because as you can see, it's not, part of it is because I had this whole sheet, you'd need to trim down a little so that could fit in there. I don't know if this one any better. No, but anyway, it will do it. And if you really want, now it would, you know, would cut off just this part of those leaves and the stem. All right, but anyway, so you could do that, but I decided I didn't like exactly how it looked when it was punched out, so I did cut those out by hand. So they're fairly easy to fussy cut, and I did it kind of quickly, so they're maybe not as neat as they could be. But I did that. I cut out 3 different berries and 2 different leaves. I wanted this color leaf, and just kind of just added them to the top, and I don't know why that has a little, but anyway. And just put those down there, and the circles popped up here. I added a red bow. Now this bow, the color is maybe just a little bit, it's more real red, and this is more of a poppy parade, but it still goes okay. All right, I didn't get anything on the inside of this yet, so I will put a piece of white in there and maybe stamp a couple strawberries. All right, so basically I kind of started with this, and then I went to this, and then I went to this. Just a similar ideas, just kind of this to this is kind of stepped up a little bit. Okay, and for you, with you today, I wanted to make a different fancy fold card. And this one, and I better measure it again because I will have in the description below measurements here. So that was, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, so that was 7 1/4 inches. Yeah, 7 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then it's scored at 5 1/2. So right here, this is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. The size, you know, this regular size, the size of our most commonly used card. Okay, and then this part just folds over. Now sometimes I've done something similar to this and put something here, but this was a little different than what I'd seen before, so I wanted to try it. And where did I put my bone folder? Of course, here's one. So you just want to burnish that. Okay, then I cut this, and it's 4 by 1.5, and this is going to decorate this top right here. So grab my, I like to have this under whatever I'm gluing on. This is our silicone mat, because then my glue, sometimes I get glue on the surface, and it doesn't help very much if it gets on the paper and then suddenly everything else is sticking to it. So I do like to use that, and because it's silicone, it doesn't stay stuck on there. You can get it off. So there's that. So see, if we just do, there's that. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Then I've got this other piece of red, and actually before I do that, I'm going to put, usually a lot of times I stamp before I put this in. I'll just set this in here for now. I've got this piece, it's 5 1/4 by 4 to put inside that. Okay, so that'll help you be able to see this a little better. Now this one was 4 1/4. Oh, that's about 4 1/8. I didn't realize that, by 3. I think I want it about there. Let me just make sure I've got my other, make sure that's how I'm, sometimes like I have the idea in my, now I did get the original idea from someone else, but the measurements were a little different because her thing on the front was a little smaller. There, I think I want it like that. Okay, so I'm going to add this. Now this one, I usually do it on here and I'm off on my paper. Better be careful, I don't want to get that all over that other. Okay, there's that. And then this will be, I'll stamp on that as well. So I'm going to, but let me just, I think I'm going to do it about, or if you, this is part of what I was thinking earlier, but I might put it down a little more. Part of having this white in here, so that you have the, gives you like, you might want that just to help you see where it's going to be. And if you want this to be the same as on either side, that would have to come up a little more like that. But I think I'm going to have it be down a little, just a little bit, not a lot, so that these sides are about the same. That's a little bit shorter. So if you don't like that look, you can either push it up higher to be like that, or you can trim this just a little smaller. That's one of the things when you make cards, you do it the way you like. So if there's something I do that you're not, you think, oh, I wouldn't have done that, I would do this. That's the beauty of making your own cards, is that you can take an idea somebody else gives you and you can make it into your own. So I just want to look at this one more time. If I paid attention to the, I think that's, might be off a little, but that's pretty close. All right, so now I want to stamp on these, and the outside of this one, I wanted it to say thank you. So let me see, and I'm not sure if I really want that in the Poppy Parade again. One second, let me think. I might do it in the Poppy Parade, but I don't know that'll feel like too much Poppy Parade. Because I am going to use, I had stamped, I'll show you this in a moment, but I had stamped these and cut them out, put them together, and I was thinking I'd put a couple of these maybe up here with some of the leaves that I also cut out. So that's what I was thinking, maybe instead of Poppy Parade, I think I might just put, and I may stamp one on there, I may just put it in, I think I'm going to do it in green, and that is garden green. So that's what I think I'm going to use garden green for my sentiment. Okay, so oh, and I do want my Stampin' Pierce mat because you want a little cushion underneath your photopolymer to give you a better impression. Grab one of my wipes here because I want to get a little green on the edge and I don't want that getting on my card. So try this again. So I want this down probably about halfway, maybe a little like that from the other side. And then I will put that here. I'm thinking, whoops, move this over where you can see it better. Thank you. And then actually, while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to put, I have an inside sentiment as well. Now, one of the things you do want to keep in mind is that whatever you stamp in here or write, you want to make sure that it's going to be covered behind this part. So I want that about there. So again, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this kind of in the middle, not totally up to the top, but kind of up near the top. Make sure I got my paper straight. Okay, well, I got a little green on, but it'll be all right. Now, you may notice that I have my sentiment on an angle. So I saw the suggestion, and I thought it was a good one. When we do it straight, a lot of times we focus on the black, and the words may not be really straight on there. So I do it this way and try to focus on the words themselves to try to make sure I get that straight. Okay, so if I do, let me just see, a couple of these leaves like this, put this guy here, can I do that, him here, him, this one here, and maybe I'll stamp one down here, and that way if I don't like it I can always redo this. It's not hooked on yet. So I wanted to show you this, and you can do the outline and the seeds in a different color, but I'm going to do it all in Poppy Parade. So I'm going to do this first. Put this right down here. And then I'm going to do this. And the way this is made is it will stamp lighter, but you also can stamp it off once if you want before putting it on, and then it'll be even a little lighter than that. But see, it's made to, you can see like not as much ink goes on there. That's the way it's made to do that. All right, and then here is, see if I can do this without making a mess because it's over the strawberry. There's the outline, and if I don't like it, I can always, if I decide later that I don't like how it looks, I just want to try and make sure I get it there. It's not bad. But I decided I didn't like the look of the strawberry shining through. I could always make one more of these and, you know, pop it out or put it on top there. So how you do those is once you do stamp those out, and do I have a piece here I can show you? This one's big enough. Okay. This has been, the last couple of days have been not exactly my days. Seems like no matter what I do, nothing goes quite the way I planned it. Oh, here. I should put this over here because I'm not sure how well you can see over there. There's that. And then I'm going to put this at the other end. Now I have to look. Where's this? Here it is. Yeah, because that goes up. And this is going to go this way. And just to show you how it looks stamped off with my scrap paper to my foot. Stamp. And then you'll see it's just a little lighter than how I stamped it on there. So if you like that better than the darker one, you can always do that. Okay, now to stamp to punch these out, because this is really long, it's going to also punch. Here, wait. And I find sometimes if you just squeeze a little, but not all the way, it helps hold that so you can adjust it if you need to. And actually, if I want later, I can stamp that leaf on there. And now this one is going to go here. You just have to take your time to just be a little fussy with it. There. Ooh. So, where did it go? Oh, it's right here. See, and then that will go on there like that. Okay? So, put that over there. So I can finish the front of my, finish the front of my card now. I'm going to put this on. I don't even have my things over here because it's got the ink on it. There. And if you wanted, you could, I suppose, put another just plain Poppy Parade under. That might be a little over to this side, but you know, it's a little deceiving sometimes with the grid there, so I'm just going to leave it. It's not the end of the world if it's not exactly perfectly on there. I just want to make sure. I think I want these, some leaves here with this, but I just want to make sure it's going to be kind of how I want it. More like that. All right, so those are going to go a little here. And they go about there. And a little here, which I, may wait a minute. Now one of these I'm going to have it be maybe more like that. I think I'm going to put that flat. Maybe I'll pop them both up. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then I pop this up. And where did I put my, I just had them earlier. Here they are. My dimensionals. There. I think 2 will do it. You can put a third one on if you want, but I think 2 is going to be okay on this. Put this guy here, kind of like that, I think. And then this guy, yeah. And what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue here, where it kind of overlaps there. And I am going to put, I'm going to put this right over here to kind of help hold it up. Like that. And I may move them over just a smidge. There. I want this guy. Sometimes once I get him down, I think, oh, I think he needs to remove just a little there. I think I like that a little better. I'm going to leave it. Whether I like it or not, it's staying that way. So there's the thank you. And then for the inside, that was so sweet. And then room to write. What I may do is maybe I'll try in the back, just because I don't like that the edges of that. Just wipe it off here and try this again. The edges, because I got green from someplace I don't want. Oh, I don't want the thank you. What am I doing? Pay attention. Try this again. See if if I can do it this time. Oh, I got a little right on that corner. So I'm going to go around the edges here with this. Okay. Better! Yay! To get all those little... As I said, it's been a little bit of a trial here these last couple days with things just not going quite to plan. There's that. One there. One there. And if you did want to... Okay. And the green. It's okay. Oops, it went off a little. So you do the outline, and then you can fill it in. There. Or if I wanted the other one that I made earlier, I could have put that in also. Okay. So, let me close these up before I get my fingers in them and make a big mess of my card. Because the way my days have been going, that's what would happen. I'll wipe off my fingers here just a little. All right, now. And with a sentiment like this, you know, like some people like to write a real lot in their thank you notes, and others really don't write much. And with me, it depends on what's going on, who it's going to, what the gift was, you know, things like that. Okay, and then just, so there. Thank you. That was so sweet of you. And then I do want a little bit of bling on here, so I'm going to put my, if I can find them, right here. They were right there. I'm going to put a little bit of my rhinestones, basic rhinestones on. See it? Got the, some here, right there. Put that there. Here, I like having odd numbers on just because in nature, a lot of things are odd numbers when they go together. Not everything, obviously. Where do I want this one? Maybe on this strawberry, like that. And if you wanted, which I didn't do, but you could even, you know, put a ribbon around. And this isn't long enough for a bow, but sometimes even just a knot will look nice. Move this a little this way. So maybe I'll just do the knot. Let's see. I think you did. Yeah, right over left and for a square knot. Right over left and under. I just realized I forgot to do the do not disturb on my phone. I'm sorry, that little, and left over, right and under, that gives you a square knot. There. And so there's that. I just want to move it where I want it. I think right about there. And sometimes what I do, especially because if I don't want it to move all around, sometimes I will just put a little glue dot, like right under this here. And I think I want it right near that corner. Okay, so that won't move. And then on the inside here, sometimes I put them on the inside too. This is sheer though, so I probably won't, just because I think they'll show through. And that should hopefully hold it here. And I just want to trim. I don't know if these are going the exact way I want them to, but hey. There. Anyway, so there's that one. Or I could have done a white, used a white ribbon for that as well. So, okay. Things are falling here. So here's the cards from today. Some different little fancy folds and stuff that's maybe just a little bit of a take off on the original. So hopefully those, you can see all those in the camera here. Okay, so there we go. That's our YouTube for today. Thank you so much for watching. And again, I'm Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, and that's over on my Facebook page, where you can get more information, and you can, if you'd like, you could even see the video I did yesterday about the strawberries, and I will be doing some again on Friday. Right, so until we meet again, hope you stay well and healthy, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.